workers and protesters demanding equality at this pivotal time. That is why we launched the Collective Resiliency Fund to support our main base, which is Black, Indigenous, people of color, who are disproportionately impacted at this moment. And we're talking about like health-wise, financially, emotionally, even physically. How do we, 1 second, trying to.
I started it already, so you can continue.
What happened? 1 second, guys, because my presentation went out of, oh, there we go. Perfect. All right. Sorry about that. So the what? The Collective Resiliency Fund, it's a fund aimed at supporting pioneers of color and the global majority who self-identify as women. We'll get to that in a bit. And are working in the sustainability industry or leading the environmental movement. COVID-19, as I mentioned before, has created unique challenges for everyone. And this is particularly true for Brown and Black communities who have been disproportionately impacted by the virus. Now, who are we? This is a partnership of 3 different entities. We, Women of Color Collective in Sustainability, WOCSIS, born out of the idea that access to opportunity is crucial for the professional success and well-being of every woman. The mission of our collective is pretty much to highlight opportunities for collaboration, for connection, resource sharing, and mentorship for women of color in the sustainability industry. Our other partners are Latinos in Sustainability, LIS, committee within the NYC chapter of Society of Hispanic Professional Engineers, also known as CHEP. LIS promotes a sustainable future through innovative engineering, collaborative forums, and educational programs. Kinetic Communities Consulting works with energy and affordable housing industry partners to connect, educate, and simplify energy efficiency opportunities for underrepresented communities. They help New Yorkers save money, feel safe, and live in a cleaner environment. If you want to learn more about these 2 entities, I suggest you Google them, or you can reach out to us and we can put you in contact with their leads. All right, so let's get right into it because time. So note that the funding opportunity is not for everyone. WOCSIS, LIS, and Kinetic, we are very intentional about creating a resource for our specific community right now. And all of the criteria, they have to be met in order for your application to be considered. So applicants must identify as women. Applicants must identify as Black, Indigenous, or women of color. And applicants must provide services in the United States, with the preference given to those living and working in New York City. Again, the services can be provided in the United States. We just give preference to those in New York because our main base and our main members come from New York City. We wanted to recognize that. We're also aware that we have 7 days for applications to come in. So your deadline would be on June 30th at 11:59. We are considering doing another round, but for these purposes, June 30th is our day. What would follow after that is a period of evaluation, so that will be 2 weeks, and then finalists would be selected the 3rd week of July with disbursements given the last week of July. Okay. So these are some of the typical questions that you'll see in the application. If you haven't run through the questions, I'm considering, instead of like reading this to you, perhaps I'm just gonna open it and show you what it looks like. But just quick FYI, some of the questions are general, but they're gonna be 2 different things to consider. If you're a student, and we have a large base of students coming from the LILs, your questions might look a little different because they're catered for students. If you're an entrepreneur, a founder, a freelancer, someone who works already as a professional, your questions might be a little bit different. So you'll see the questions sort of like guiding you through what it is that your background is. So those are the information for applicants. Now, if you unfortunately do not fall under one or two of the criteria that we mentioned before, there's other ways that you can engage with the fund. There's 2 right now. We have patrons, and this is for individuals, organizations, or companies that want to contribute on a monthly basis. So you'll sign up, and I'll show you the page in a second. You'll sign up for this monthly based on what you're paying, and this will allow us to continue disbursing this funds beyond the June and July day, and hopefully have more months where we can have a fund like this one. Then the GoFundMe page is for supporters who are interested in providing a one-time donation. So far, I would say our GoFundMe page has been live for a couple of days now. We've received a really good response. So if you're one of those folks that donated, thank you. But yeah, like these funds are gonna help us do this beyond just one time only. Now, what I want to do is quickly take you to what they look like. So let's start with the application. You probably seen the links to the application and to the GoFundMe through our Medium page or Eventbrite or, I'm sorry, social media. But a good place to find everything would be to go to our website. So this is wokesis.co. Beyond seeing our fabulous, resources out there, you can scroll down to the first page and it will take you to a summary of what the Collective Resiliency Fund is, and then it will take you to how to apply for the grant. If you click apply today, it will take you to this page. I already have it open. So let me just show you what it looks like from the get-go. So, all right, so this is what you're going to see. I gave you a very general overview of the why we're doing.
We're still looking at your PowerPoint.
You are? Oh,
yeah.
Thank you for saying that. Let's see how we can switch my page. So, hold on, guys. Can you share? There we go. How's that?
Works. Thank you.
Thanks for pointing that out. So, as I was mentioning at the beginning, I gave you a general overview of what the Collective Resiliency Fund is and the partnerships and the why. And here we go a little more granular and providing you information about the statistics and research and data. So you're more than welcome to take a look at this and see the numbers and why they matter. So let's go ahead and let's pretend we're filling this up. So email address, I'm going to put myself. I'm not going to go through every single question, but I just want to show you a couple of things. So the first question that we ask is, did you identify as a woman of color? If we were to put no and click on next, it will bring you to this page. So this is the criteria that it is absolutely necessary that you must meet. The applicants must identify as Black, Indigenous, people of color criteria. Again, don't be disappointed. You can engage in other ways, and that's, as I mentioned before, if it's within your means, donate to our Patreon or our GoFundMe. So let's say you identify as a woman of color, you will come to this question then. Are you a student, a recent graduate, entering workforce, an entrepreneur, founder, professional pioneer? So let's just say we're a student. These are some of the questions that you might see. Your school affiliation, mailing address, phone numbers, and so on. You'll see that some of these questions are mandatory. So, I would say this probably would take anything from 20, 30 minutes. And that's about it. So once you send that, we'll have it in our database. And then if we go back to another option, which is entrepreneur, founder, professional, etc., you will see similar questions, but a couple of different requirements. Like we'll ask you, for example, a little bit more about details about your organizations, the services that you provide, your focus, and so on. So this is what your application will look like. Again, that's it. I mean, I would say for this one, depending on how prepared you have your bio and the proof of ownership and all those documents ready, this could take anything from 30 to 40 minutes, or maybe even sooner if you have most of this already preset. So that's about it. Now, if you're here because you're interested in how to be engaged and donate, the other way you can go to our website, show your support. We go to donate on Patreon, and this is what your Patreon is going to look like. These are different membership levels. And again, this will allow us to, let's say if you don't have $100 to spare at the moment, but you have 15 that you want to do on a monthly basis, this is an option for you. And also, wait, can you see this page, the Patreon?
Yes, we can see it.
Thank you. So this is another example of how you can donate. We have also received a good response here, and this will allow us to do this again more than just once. We want to be able to do this a couple more times for our base. Now, if you go on Donate on GoFundMe, what you'll see is this. Anonymous, thank you, whoever you are, if you're here. But again, this will include some of the information that it's in the application, a little bit of the stats and the requirements of what we're looking for. Once the selection is made, during the third week of July, we want to be able to share the stories of those women that were selected. We want to be able to amplify their voices and make sure that the world knows, who they are, the kind of work that they do, so we can support them beyond just a grant. So this is information that hopefully people that sign up for donations or patients will be able to receive. So that's something to keep in mind. We want to be able to blast your talents out there. And that's about it. I'm gonna stop sharing my screen and ask the Elias or Kinetic Communities if they want to share something that I might have missed or something else that they were thinking about.
Well, thank you so much, Jordy, for going through that. Hi, everyone. Daphne Sanchez, she, hers, Executive Director of Kinetic Communities Consulting. As Jordy mentioned, we're the first minority and women-owned equity firm in New York City. Kind of alluding to the question in the chat, it would be great to know who's on the call. Feel free to share your names, your organizations, and your affiliations with, if you would like to do that, as well as the questions that you might have.
I'll go. I'm sorry for the cars in the background, by the way. Can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so my name is Charity. I am from Texas. I currently am in the, I'm getting my master's in informatics at Texas Women's University. And I did have a quick question. I just wanted to know, in regards to round 2, when applicants would be notified that they made it to round 2, and then also if there's anything specific that you guys are looking for in regards to when you're interviewing students for the funds.
So I'll clarify, the second round is not necessarily an interview. This first round, what we're asking is for folks to fill out that Google form. And once you fill out that Google form, depending if you're a student or a professional, we will reach out to you to notify you of the awardee. The second round is just the next round of group of 10 individuals that we will be funding. So there's no interview process. It's just the application that Jordana shared.
Got it. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah, and I'll jump in here. Hi, Charity. Thanks for joining. This is Shantae. Jordy mentioned I'm a co-founder of Women of Color Collective and Sustainability as well. I think you also asked, or part of your question, what I heard in that was like, what are we looking for? And I'll speak to sort of the Women of Color Collective or WOCSIS side of evaluation. We're really looking for folks who are leading any sort of project. It doesn't necessarily have to be an organization or a company. It could be you working diligently on a team, on an equity project within sustainability. But we really want to see how your leadership is shown through the sustainability industry or the climate movement, and particularly how you are doing work to support some of the most vulnerable communities. So there's really 2 parts to like, yes, we want to see Black, Indigenous, people of color who identify as women applying to this, but we also want to see a commitment to kind of the equity piece within the industry. So if there are ways that you can really highlight, whether it's your passion, your previous work, or maybe even what you aspire to do within the climate movement or are doing now within the sustainability industry, I think that would really hit home for us, and that those are the things that we really want to see in the applications.
Hi, my name is Patty Menjivar.
Patty.
Hi, I just wanted to step in. I just want to say this is such a great forum and a great opportunity that this organization is giving. I really don't I don't really have much background as to your foundation mission. I mean, it's pretty obvious and I'm really grateful for it, but like your history, and definitely I'm going to research that. And with that, I also want to say, my question is that I've been working with sustainability for about 20 years as a Latina, and definitely seeing the different rooms that I've been in, you know, seeing this opportunity for more women of color to be shining in those rooms and also given the space for their voice has been my biggest focus throughout my whole journey, because, you know, stepping in the rooms, there hasn't been much of that visibility. And so, you know, the opportunity to voice that and to see how that can change is definitely part of my personal mission as well. And so with that, I've also created I've been like interviewed on PBS and iHeartRadio, and also have my own channel in regards to creating content where I interview people of color in regards to sustainability, and if they have a business around sustainability, or they're working as a practitioner for climate change and such. So does my current business model, does that fit in your category?
Do you guys want to jump on that, or?
Feel free to. I mean, my initial thought is yes. It sounds like
Yeah.
incredible work, so we definitely encourage you to apply. I think that we left it pretty broad on purpose, because I think where we weren't broad was who this was for, and that was very intentional.
Yeah.
But where we were broad was really an intentional aspect of this as well. Like, how do we bring in as many women of color who are doing amazing work, and how do we not only showcase the work that you're doing through this grant, but really provide you with support. So I really love that you've been doing this work for what sounds like a very long time. And so thank you for paving the way for others, and we'd love to read your application and hear more about your story.
Yeah, I mean, I'm here to mentor anybody as well. I'll give you my details later as well. You know, I know the gap, and definitely I'm all for making sure we shine through in every room.
Thank you. And Patty, I know that you joined a little bit late, so you might have missed when I was sharing the resources.
Yeah, I did. Sorry.
No worries. If you go to our website, which is wotcs.co, you'll be able, I'm going to put it in the chat right now. You'll be able to find the application, the different ways of donating, and not only the application, but also like the statistics and the data that we showed of why we're doing this and why it matters. So feel free to check that out.
I love that. Thank you.
You're welcome. Thanks, Donna. Does anyone have any other questions, comments, thoughts?
I can jump in. It's Donna Hope. That's my still picture, because my real picture right now, you don't want to see me. I am founder and president of You Hope Consulting, based in Brooklyn. Black queer woman out here in this world trying to do this work as a diversity, equity, inclusion consultant in the environmental space. I'm just really glad that WOCSIS exists, that y'all are doing this work, that you have this fund, and I'm just giving a shout out of appreciation.
Thank you.
Thank you, Donna. I appreciate it. One of the OGs in the industry.
Yeah.
Does anyone else have any other questions? All right, Jordy, I cut you off. I was going to say, if anybody has any questions, feel free to email us those questions. We're happy to answer. The deadline is June 30th coming up. It's a midnight deadline. And I will pass it on to Jordy so you can.
Thank you. All right. So again, thank you everyone for joining our short call. We just wanted to, again, give an overview of what the application entails, the different ways you can access. I've had questions come at me saying, I don't know where to find I know I saw a link come through, but I don't know where to find the application or the ways to donate. I say go to our website. You'll find everything in there. Apply, tell a friend to apply, tell your, colleagues to share. This is something that we hopefully are not going to be doing just once. We want to be able to continue these efforts and looking at the month of August for possibly a round 2. I'm just, again, I will hype my members. I'm really, really excited about this being not just a one-time thing, and to be able to be support and amplify their voices. So I don't have anything else to say. I know you recorded this, Daphne, so we'll figure out a way to share this if you want to share with friends, and we'll take it from here. Again, June 30th is our deadline for round 1. Make sure that if you have any questions to reach us before then. And we'll be announcing our applicants that were selected during the 3rd week of July.
Thank you all for attending, and remember, in order to dismantle racism, we need to do it from within. So we got to keep on going, apply, share, and support this coalition, and let's get it done.
Woo. Thank you, everyone.
Bye, everyone.
Bye-bye.
Thanks, everyone. Bye.